Hi there. I'm over at my friend Dan Lashbrook's house. Super setup guy. He does all my setup work on my guitars, and I highly recommend him for anybody needing any setup work done. Um, People ask me several things about different aspects of different guitars I play, and Dan does all the work on all my instruments. This is a brand new guitar that I have received from a guy named Mr. Shima in Japan. His company is Vrai Guitars. It's all handmade, Engelmann top, and it's got Honduran mahogany back and sides on it with koa binding and a koa veneer on the peg head here. Waverly tuners, stock Waverly tuners, bone nut, ebony pins, those are factory pins, ebony bridge, bone saddle, and this is a OM, but the depth of it is the same as a D size. So as it is, it's pretty good, and I'm going to have Dan set it up and enhance the tone and bring out more volume out of it, as well as make this space a little wider, get the strings out of the nut. They're kind of sunk in the nut a little bit. We're going to put some bigger frets on here, and that's going to get some more lift here on the saddle. It's going to be get a taller saddle. Have a new set of pins made for it that are sunk down, countersunk in. Also, I wanted to mention about this microphone that I brought today. This is a Peluso microphone made by John Peluso and Peluso Microphone Labs. These are outstanding microphones. This is called a P-67. The signal chain today, this is running straight through an inbox into Pro Tools LE, and then I'm going to take it home, dump it into a Pro Tools HD system. There's no effects at all, nothing going on here except exactly what you're hearing through this microphone, through an inbox preamp. It's pretty amazing microphone. You can get these at proaudioboutique.com. That should be popping up above my head if it's not there. Proaudioboutique.com. Contact is David Arnold. And again, that's a Peluso P-67. This has replaced my standard technique of miking. I no longer stereo mic my guitar. Before, I had a microphone I would put in this area and then a microphone on the neck. Now I'm pleased enough with this single microphone that I do everything only with it. Yeah, check them out. They're really great. I highly recommend them. And so I'm going to play a little bit on this guitar. Again, it's from Vrai Guitars. Anybody that wants more information about Mr. Shima, who makes these guitars, please feel free to contact me, and I will get you in touch with him. He does great work. And anybody who wants a really good setup on their guitar, please get a hold of Dan Lashbrook, danlashbrook.com, and or contact me for more information about how to get a hold of Dan. Alright, well, I'm just going to play a few chords and let you hear what this guitar sounds like right out of the factory or out of his shop. It's really, really great for a new guitar. Here we go. I always play this song when I'm looking at a guitar or trying out one, and I'll play it for you here, and then I'll play it again on the follow-up video after the setup. thanks so much for tuning in, and directly following this will be a week or so later after the setup's been completed, and you'll get to see what it sounds like then. Same exact setup as we're using today. Hi, we're back over at Dan's house. It's just been 3 or 4 days since I dropped this guitar off, and he's finished with the setup. And first I'll play a little bit of it since you just got through hearing what it sounded like before the setup, and then tell you a little bit about what he did. Alright, we brought the guitar to Dan. I like for Dan to set up any guitar that I get. No matter how good they already sound, I know if I bring it over here, they're going to sound much better. And so this one was already really good. And now it's just exactly what I had hoped for, more. And just briefly what Dan done. These are new ebony pins in the bridge. There's a new bone saddle, extends out. The intonation and all that, he checks all that with a strobe tuner on everything. The frets in it are now Stevie Ray Vaughan frets. I think they're actually a bass fret, all the way up to 12. And the tuning posts, which in the first video are standard and long, they add a lot of weight to the peg head. Those have been cut down and flanged back out, so they're short, decreasing the amount of weight that's on the peg head. As far as interior work, the popsicle brace was taken out, which is the front plate right up underneath here. That was taken out, and I think that just about covers what... Oh, there's a new nut in it. I'm sorry. There's a new nut he put in. It's a bone nut, and the strings set more or less right on top of it. They don't sink into the nut at all, which helps to increase the down pressure here. Gives you a tighter string, and you know, it's just got a more poppy sound. It's more what I like. Again, if you want any information about how to get a hold of Dan, you can either check his website at danlashbrook.com, or you can look on the right side of this video where you will find links for him, where you can get this microphone, which is proaudioboutique.com. Is that flashing over my head? Should be. And then you can also find my email address there if you'd like to contact Mr. Shima about building you a guitar. Alright, that just about wraps it up. Special thanks to Mr. Shima, Dan Lashbrook, and John Peluso for everything that they do to help musicians make music. Thanks so much and have a great day. Bye-bye.